Hey guys, we're back for another chapter of Raid Code, and time to talk to the nun. Let's find out what she has to say about the mailman.
You are...
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously.
Obviously.
You got some nerve, calling me here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice?
You're not related to the hitman that killed all the people on the Amaterasu Express, are you? Just asking because of the ears.
I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
Sorry.
Yuma.
She's the type my master has trouble with. I'll have you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation.
Wait, why is your arm broken
I
then?
don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this nail man?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at night.
Yeah, it's the friar, right?
Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really. In other words, it's totally metal.
I see. By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare. It's nothing. I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
Or is it related to being the nail man? Maybe you're the nail woman?
Instrument?
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
What are you gonna do if it is your dominant hand? You can't beat me.
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure of it.
I see. I've talked to everyone. Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information? What else should I ask about?
Past Nailman murders. It's gotta be about that.
There have been several Nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the Nailman, including all past cases, obviously. I was the first to find the body every time.
Huh? Every time?
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it. I find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then, I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim. But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
It could be, like, honestly, if it was one of these guys, it honestly could be any of them at this point, because they've all got a reason for it to be them. I mean, the friar goes into the forest at night, the priest began his work recently, and I don't know, he just seems a bit suspicious, a little bit too gung-ho about it. The nun's got her arm hurt, so maybe she was doing something as the nail man that caused it to get injured, and then you've got the fanatic up there. Maybe he's just doing all this and spreading it around for some personal gain.
Being the first on scene each time? Sounds
Yeah.
super suspicious.
Agreed.
You think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would. The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body. All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the Peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Yeah. That's what we need to know.
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the one at the clock tower. The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district. It's essentially a members-only casino.
Oh, that place.
The victim owned the place.
Yeah, I saw that before.
At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a personal interest in the Nailman, so I started researching him. And then it happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I found in the forest. I knew then that it had to be the Nailman.
And that crime scene was also within a locked room?
Yeah, all of the Nailman crime scenes have common characteristics. There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails, and also the murderer leaves no trace behind. Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nailman?
I totally get it.
Don't empathize with him.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Ginma district. About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study. The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no doubt it was committed by the Nailman. By then, I knew the legendary Nailman had descended upon Kanai Ward. The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago. A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma district. It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room. And today, the fourth locked room mystery happened at the clock tower. That's every single Nailman case. At least, for now.
You know, I just had a thought. I kind of hope that the nun is somehow involved in this and that she appears in the mystery labyrinth, because I want to see what the, like, colorful death metal version of her looks like. I reckon it'd be awesome.
I'm sure the Nailman will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Okay. This information was obtained from a church worshipper who knew about the past Nailman murders. Past Nailman murders. Alright, okay. About the dolls.
That reminds me, is there any information about the dolls used in the Nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes, too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something? Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time. They were mostly souvenirs for tourists, but that industry is long gone now. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain.
Alright.
Has anyone noticed strange things happening near the church lately?
Wow, what a vague question.
Yeah.
Oh, now that you mention it,
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
What do you mean by strange?
Like, I thought it was a rope, but all I can say is it looked strange.
Can you try drawing what it looked like? It does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
It's a rope ladder. That might explain what those marks were on the nails back in the clock tower.
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks delicious.
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned, so I tried to take it out. But I was too late. It was completely incinerated. I asked around to see if anyone knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it.
Yeah, now I'm really starting to think it's definitely someone from this church.
The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator, but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
Thank you. The burnt remains of a strangely shaped rope found in the church incinerator. Burnt rope remains. Alright, and finally, about thy suspect.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the Nailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colon? I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the Nailman.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
Oh, I see.
You're awfully suspicious all of a sudden.
But if it were him, no one would blame him.
What do you mean?
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The Nailman was born out of our situation.
You mean the Nailman is what the people actually wanted?
Many would certainly deny it, but the nail dolls continue to appear in our forest. If the Nailman acts as their agent, then they are also the Nailman. In a way. That's how I see it. What do you think?
It's true. The Nailman could be seen as a savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
Oh, I don't know. We still don't know anything about the victim, do we?
I think I've asked about everything I wanted to find out.
Looks like time is almost up. Let's get going.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice. Thank you for your cooperation. You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders.
Huh?
You need to remember every face, so you can spot them even if they flee through a crowd.
I think it's definitely one of them.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on. We have no time to waste. Let's investigate the other crime scenes.
Oh, okay, so we actually are going to
Best
go and
not
look
to
at these.
scramble what little gray matter rests in your head. So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at...
The club.
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Alright, now before we do that, sorry, there was a gumshoe gab that I just did want to quickly go do. Seeing as we've got that, so... View this memory, yep. The World Detective Organization. Detective need. Disahiko's back. Wait, what? Oh, come on! Abe. Such a cop-out.
I'm back! Huh? What happened?
Oh, Yuma. I'm done for.
Seriously, what happened?
Well, Yasuhiko and Halara got into a fight while gambling. You know how stubborn those two are. I tried to calm them down, but things got out of hand. I didn't know what to do. But then Fubuki showed up. And she started shouting for them to quit fighting. She jumped right in. And things just descended into chaos.
I think I get the picture.
In the end, those two made up just so they wouldn't have to deal with the situation. They'll never listen to a thing I say. I'm not sure I can lead these monsters. Maybe I'm not cut out to be boss here.
That's not true. You're doing great, Chief.
Me? Great? What have I done that's great?
What? Well...
Oh god, why do I have to pick this? Looking better.
How do I put this? I think everyone is able to smile thanks to you. Working under your supervision keeps everybody cheerful.
So I'm nothing better than a mood setter.
Oh, don't start.
If any of you bought a puppy, I'd be unemployed.
Oh, shut.
Now he's totally sulking.
No, what else is the Chief great at? Anyway, you're great!
What? What do you mean?
I don't have the right words, but I think you're great in your own way, Chief.
So I guess that would have been the right answer.
Sounds a bit forced. Still, thanks. All I needed was a good laugh to feel better about everything. Well then, I'll continue being the boss for now.
Looks like he finally cheered up.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that reminds me. There's something I want to ask you.
What's up?
It's about my memories. At this rate, I worry I won't remember anything. So I was hoping we could make, like, a mission plan, or at least a list of things I could try to jog my memory.
I'm sorry to say, but handling stuff like that is way out of my league.
Huh?
Never mind that. Feeling down got me hungry. Hey, did you buy a meat bun for me? I hope you didn't forget the mustard.
I know he's not a bad person, but still, maybe he really isn't fit to be in charge.
Master, you and Yako seem to have grown even closer together.
You're great. You're great. All right. Where was popular sports? Parkour is popular among the young men of Kawasaki District. New problems have arisen, however, with all the trespassing and running across the top of food stalls. Metal Fox, non-stockies, toe, church. All right, whatever. Oh, okay. The iron coffin bed. What the hell's that? The iron coffin bed. Just want to quickly check around here. See if there's... Aha! I knew it! I knew it! An Emerald one for Viviar. Thank you. And is there another one? Okay, we can't go that way. All right. We'll look at the Vivia one later because I want to go and check out these places. Wait, something was back there.
Oh!
This tree is big and majestic and all, but there's something unsettling about
It's
it.
true.
I think it's because of how twisted and distorted it is. Man, f that tree. Boo, ba, ba, boo, boo. All right, we know about. Ugh. Crosswalks. Church, detective in trading, Nad Stockings, rumors about the secret. Credible rumors suggest that a behind-the-scenes connection to the Albatross Corporation. Okay. Yes, we know about that. Means of communication, detective deed. We're running out. I need new ones. I need new gossip.
Halara? I've been thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for? Now, let's be swift.
Huh? Right.
Yeah, we've already
Get
got.
it? But talk about confidence.
We've only got less than 3 hours.
Where's the secret club?
I remember.
I smell a mystery. I'm all hyped up.
Ah, wrong way. Alright.
This appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
Well, good for us then. Hassan Shop!
It's open. Let's go inside.
I smell death in here. Oh, I love death. Secret at the club, Kaneba system, Kawasaki underground passages, Order of the Mansion, Boy, Church. Just checking to see if there is anything lying about. Can't play any of these, right? God, for an underground club, this place is pretty small. Like, honestly.
The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here. The victim's name is Suguma Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe. The real interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out. At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground.
I got it. The guy just locked the door and then walked out and pulled the door behind him. Locked room, mystery solved, essentially.
There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
No windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery. Locked room mystery.
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte!
My forte is postcognition, the power to see the past.
Oh, I thought her forte had something to do with the coin.
However, it can only be used at murder scenes. To be precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered.
That's
Another
actually
way to
pretty
describe
handy.
It would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
Okay, I take it back. We really did need Halara for this one because, yeah, with like 3 crime scenes to go through that had already been cleared away.
That's amazing!
Yeah.
It's like the perfect forte for a detective.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered. The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there.
I wonder how this forte works though, because like that's very specific. It's like not how the culprit saw it, not how the victim saw it, but the first person on the scene. Like, you know, because I don't know if they've established it yet, whether or not these fortes are actually something. I mean, I don't think they were artificial, but at the same time, like, the very specific nature of them makes them feel like they were pre-programmed ahead of time. So, anyway.
When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well, there's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
Yes.
Wow, sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence. It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind. But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing.
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry. Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
Get lost.
Of course not.
Shinigami. Okay. Halara's forte is postcognition. It shows the crime scene as it was when first discovered. About Halara's forte. Alright. Well, let's see it then. Come on.
What?
I'm investigating. Don't interfere. Look around the scene in the real world until I'm done using my postcognition. Alright, fine. Oh, I can talk to you? What do you want?
Postcognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can do is wait for the report.
Well, do I have some good news for you.
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express? You know, when the other master detectives used their powers?
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears. Right. I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power.
Oh, that would be the best if that was our forte. God, that would be so overpowered.
On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait, then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
No, it's yours.
Something like that. But there are conditions for it to activate.
Nah, I reckon it's
You must kiss
yours.
someone to share their ability.
What? Kiss Halara?
No! We didn't have to kiss Aphex or Poochie.
Ha! I lied.
Yeah.
Did you blush? Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara is a boy or a girl.
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active. That's it.
Okay, I can do that.
Alright. Alright.
Halara. Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
Oh, okay.
Coalescence. Hold hands. You and me.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, for God's sake, just give me your head, Halara.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
She testing me? Come on, call her bluff, man. Stand your ground and go, no, give me your hand.
I didn't know you hated me so much.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular. I despise all of humanity equally.
Ugh,
I don't
whatever.
trust anyone. Except the dead.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
Then please, hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
That's a pretty good ability. I do like that. Alright.
I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago. Incredible. So this is postcognition.
Ah, there are the dolls.
Can you really see it? So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte. Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined. Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all. This is quite the bizarre crime scene. But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO. Now, let's see what you're capable of.
Alright, let's investigate. Okay, good. I don't actually have to hold her hand. Alright, examine the table. There's a roulette table. It probably hasn't been... Oh, wait, what? Alright. Whatever. There's a vent here. The four corners of the cover are screwed down, so I don't think it will open. I doubt the cover can be opened when it's like this. It's too early to conclude. There's no useful information. Compare it with what you see in the postcognition. Right, I'll give it a try. Right, hang on a minute. So if I gotta talk to her? Alright. Come here.
I have to say, postcognition is amazing. You can see the exact crime scene the moment the body was first discovered. Were you born with this power?
My forte is no ordinary superpower. It is a highly refined technique heightened through training.
So you weren't able to use it in the beginning?
I could, but initially, it was just ordinary psychometry. Since I was young, I would often get sudden glimpses of the past, as if I was experiencing a flashback. After a while, touching people or objects resulted in visions flowing through my mind. I only learned it was a form of psychometry after growing older. In the WDO, simply having psychometry as a trainee grants you preferential treatment. But I was not satisfied. I believed I could use this ability more effectively as a detective. And through painstaking effort and training, I gained this ability in 3 days.
Okay, so she had a general ability and she refined it herself. Okay.
3 days?
As I told you earlier, this ability can only see when a corpse is first discovered. It can't be used from the culprit or victim's viewpoint. It is only when a third party first witnesses a crime scene. There are conditions for my postcognition to activate. First, I must be standing at the crime scene. This condition is absolutely required. I must also know the victim's name and face. That's why prior research is crucial. Lastly, postcognition is only effective in a 10-meter radius around the body. At this time, I can only see the crime scene and the victim. I can't see any living things that were at the scene.
So if someone was hiding in the room, you wouldn't be able to see them?
No. My ability isn't so good at detecting people.
Still, this is incredibly effective in investigating murder cases.
Feel free to summon me whenever you need my help. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You're not gonna change your mind on that, I guess.
There's a glass on the counter. It has a thin layer of dust, so it could have been there since the incident. A key was in the glass at the time the body was discovered. If you want to investigate, you should use postcognition. Right, got it. Oh, I can use postcognition. God. Sorry, I didn't realize. Alright, hang on a minute. Sorry, I gotta do these again. I didn't realize I could use it with the button. Holy shit! Was this moved during the incident? As far as I could tell, it doesn't seem related to the case. Yeah, let's check another place. No, I wanna... Oh, doll... Yeah, I wanna check the dolls. There's a doll nailed to the roulette table, too.
I see.
There's also a doll nailed here, right in the middle of the roulette wheel. The doll itself seems to be the same as the others. There doesn't seem to be anything noteworthy. This is, and of itself, sufficient knowledge. Let's check someplace else. Okay. Alright. Sorry, I didn't realize that's what I was supposed to be doing before. I thought I would just be able to see it. Oh my god.
Body. I see a body.
Yeah, he looks like a freaking vampire.
The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion.
Why did they miss my heart? I'm not dead, but I can't move.
This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real. There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene. And it's so quiet.
Yeah, we need the fin. Alright, so we got the corpse.
It's a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old.
It's looking pretty good though for 60. I mean, god, look at all that hair he's still got. No receding hairline. Good for you, buddy.
His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
Oh, there are marks on him. Signs that he was strangled.
I don't get what those gash marks though are.
The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
The most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
That's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower. I'm such an awesome mentor.
This situation is identical to the murder at the clock tower.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But why?
There were signs of strangulation and vertical scratch marks on the victim's neck. Secret club, victim's cause of death. Alright. Doll on the walls. Sure enough, the secret club has dolls nailed to the wall too.
Yeah.
That must be the nail man's calling card. They're nailed into the wall, seemingly at random, facing all directions. I can't find a pattern. There's nothing that can be connected to the culprit. Let's try checking someplace else. Alright, look up at the vent.
Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on. Which means it could be easily removed, right?
What are you doing? You can't touch what you see in postcognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult could probably pass through.
Thin. Alright, so the chubby man might be out. I wonder if all the people at the church are the nail man. I wonder if they all play a role. But then, that would have made sense for the chubby guy to go in, or the servant, that was his name, to like talk about the burning rope, because that seemed like a pretty key piece of evidence. At the time of the murder, the cover was not screwed down. A slender adult might be able to get through it. Secret club vent. Alright. I think that was everything for here.
By the way, did you notice the nail below the vent?
Below the vent? Huh, some of the nails are bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
Another reason?
Some of the nails beneath the vent are bent downward. Secret club nails beneath the vent. Alright, now let's check over here. Oh god. Okay, there's a key.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
Seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. There's only one master key. It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
If it was thrown in from outside the vent, it wouldn't be inside the glass.
So this is definitely another locked room mystery! Hooray! I'm so glad I met you!
Yeah, likewise. There was a room key inside the glass on the counter. Secret club door key. Right. There's nothing else. No! God, I pressed the wrong button. Release. Let go of her head, you idiot.
What a rich freak!
Okay.
That's...
The chair is knocked over. Could this be evidence of a struggle between the victim and the culprit? I don't know about that. The culprit could have knocked it over on purpose to throw off the investigation. There's not much we can get from it other than the fact that it's knocked over. Let's check elsewhere. Right.
The lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower. But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with.
Alright, I think that was it for here, right? Oh, we just need to look at these as they are.
That's...
The chairs are lined up neatly. Did someone rearrange the chairs after the incident?
Well,
Either the peacekeepers did so or the staff here did. Either way, it's not something to worry about. True, I'll check someplace else.
What does that mean?
When the body was discovered, this door was locked from the inside. There's no way into or out of the room. In other words, it's a locked room mystery! Locked room mystery! Things are heating up! Alright, I think that's everything.
I think that's about it.
I think I've checked what I can here. Alright, let's end that investigation. Finished!
That should do it. There isn't much else to investigate. I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my postcognition. It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Ginma District. I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there.
G, a work apron made by the camera manufacturer. After hold, heavy objects start losing shape. Okay, we did read that one. Precise. Few people have seen the precise because he's always squinting. As a result, there's a rumor on the clergy members that anyone who sees his eyes will become blessed or vanished. Yap. Okay, nothing new. Alright, I think that's enough for this chapter.
The building we're heading to is accessed through Ginma District. Let's hurry there.
Alright, so when we come back, we're going to be exploring the mansion and then probably the art house. And then it must be time for the mystery labyrinth. So, thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you for the next chapter. Bye!